Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here on this late Saturday night. Back at you again with another video, clean shaven. Back at you again with another video right here on Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching, and as always, make sure you like this video. Hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, share this video all over the goddamn freaking internet, and don't forget to tap that bell and turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And if YouTube feels like it, they'll send out my videos to you. But if not, just refresh my channels every day or every other day or whenever you can, and you get the latest video when it goes up. But gotta hit that bell to get notified. Very important. Hit that bell. And that's it. So like, share, hit the bell, follow me on Twitter, friend me on Facebook, and that's all you got to do. You know, if any questions, put it in the chat or put it in the comment section of the video, of this video, or any one of my videos, or hit me up on Twitter at my Twitter link, which is down below in the description box. Do it now. That's all I got to say about that. All right. We are live on a late Saturday night, November the 21st, 2020, or if you're watching now from somewhere else, November the 2nd, 2020. Weekend is upon us, just about the end of the weekend tomorrow. And so got that. We got Black Friday for you early shoppers and early idiots that go out on Black Friday and proceed to cause chaos, especially at Walmart or any other store like Home Depot, whatever, causing lots of chaos around the country, around the world with the Black Friday sales. I need to get my PS5. You know, you could wait. I need it now. I gotta play Spider-Man. Play with yourself. How about that? Instead of getting a PS5, which is like $599 if you get the whatever edition it is, or you can wait and get the $399 version for the digital version. Up to you. I'd rather get it if I were you, get it for Christmas, or what I'm going to do, wait for it to go down a little bit by next Christmas. So, wait. Don't be an idiot. Wait. But you can't stop idiots. That's all I got to say about that. But if you want to get it now, get it now. Have fun with it. I don't give a two shits. Even though it has lots of glitches. Wait for it. Wait for it. Trust me. Wait till next Christmas, next Black Friday, next Christmas, when it goes down in price on both versions. And then you can cause all the chaos you want. But by then, all the great games will be out by then. Final Fantasy 16, Resident Evil 8. Probably some more great games coming your way next year. But, you know, there's great games on PS5 already. Call of Duty, Spider-Man, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You know, that could be on the PS4. And the PS5 can play some of the PS4 games, which is awesome. I wish it played every game so I can get rid of half of these fucking systems. So I don't have to put them in storage. Just have one fucking system, play all the games from the previous systems, like what, from the PlayStation 1 all the way up to 5. That should be one fucking system. Maybe the PS6 will be like that. I don't know. But you know the PS6 is going to come out in 4 or 5 years. And another Xbox, and another Nintendo. But we'll see. We'll see by 2024, 2025, 2026 with the next generation of PlayStations and Nintendos and Xboxes, what's going to come out in the next 5 to 10 years. But the graphics are going to be just insane. But it is what it is. That's that. All right, I talked enough about the PlayStation 5 and all that. Oh, the idiots for Black Friday. I didn't know they're going to come to my store on Friday and act like complete idiots like tonight. But I won't go there because tonight was just one of those nights. I want to fucking quit that job, but it is what it is. I can't because I need the money. Got nothing to fall back on. It is what it is. All right. On this late Saturday night, it is time for your late and out-of-date Smackdown review for November the 20th, 2020 from the Thunderdome in Orlando, Florida at the Amway Center. Got a couple more shows coming up from the Amway Center at the Thunderdome. We got next week, and then we got the week after that, and then we got the Raw on December the 4th. And then on December the 11th, we have a new home for the Thunderdome, and that's going to be Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay, Florida, the home of WrestleMania 37. So Tampa Bay will be the new home for SmackDown and Raw. The Raw on December the 14th will be the first Raw from the new Thunderdome. And that's going to be the new home for Raw and SmackDown for the next couple months, all the way through WrestleMania season. And after that, we don't know. Hopefully by then they can, this fucking virus will be over. They can go back to the arenas and go travel across the country, go to different arenas. We're not going to get house shows anymore, which sucks. But at least they can go to other arenas, have a Raw, have a SmackDown. NXT can stay where it is. But hopefully by next year, we return to normal. But not looking good. Not looking good. Not looking good. Almost 12 million cases in the United States alone. Over 250,000 people are dead and counting from this fucking virus. It's not even a winner yet. And guess what? The winner's going to kill more people with this fucking virus and the flu. And they're saying by March, we could get 300, maybe up to 450,000 people dead from the virus and the flu, and in part the flu. But it is what it is. So probably more restrictions in different states. It's just fucking insane. Insane. This fucking virus has been for the last 8 months and counting. And that's that. All right, enough about that bullshit. Let's get to SmackDown. SmackDown, the go-home show before this, tomorrow night's Survivor Series, the best of the best, comes your way tomorrow. I'll be doing my predictions early tomorrow on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel. So check that out. On TGC 183. So check that out early tomorrow afternoon sometime. A couple hours before the big show. And then after Survivor Series goes off the air tomorrow night, go to the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, and I'll have my Survivor Series review for the show, and we'll talk and have hopefully a good chat, and we'll see what happens with that. But first, we have to get to SmackDown. And SmackDown last night, like I said, was the go-home show, and it was like this. Wasn't really that great. Some storyline progression. We finally found out who the 5th member of the men's team is, and it wasn't a person I really didn't want to be there, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. And we found out the last 2 participants for the women's Smackdown team, which I kind of called, so very hard to myself on that one. So we talk about that. We had a contract signing for the big match, which is going to be the main event. We have Roman Reigns, Mr. Tribal Chief himself, the head of the table, as he takes on Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath himself, the WWE champion, as he won the belt from Randy Orton and his bloodless voice on this past Monday night. Now, Randy's taking some time off to be with his hot fucking wife and kids. So probably won't see Randy till probably the Royal Rumble. He should win the Royal Rumble. Just my opinion, but I think we all know who's going to win the Royal Rumble. Sorry. But, depending if Randy gets the belt back, then Edge is going to win the belt, win the Royal Rumble. But things can change. But it might not be who you thought it was going to be. But they can still do it. They can go different ways. Like I said, with Edge staying, possibly winning the Royal Rumble and possibly facing that guy named Randy Orton for the WWE title if he gets it back by then. But then again, they could go in a totally different direction, which they're thinking of going Edge and Bray Wyatt. Why? I don't know. And then you might include Miss Bliss and Beth fucking Phoenix in a mixed tag team match. Now that's going to sell tickets. Sell buy rates and views. Good job with doing that. Who wants to see Edge and Bray Wyatt? I don't. I mean, finish the fucking trilogy of Edge and Randy Orton at WrestleMania. That's a better match. Just saying. But anyway. Alright, so SmackDown was meh. And off SmackDown with the Street Profits. We got tag team champs in the new look lounge. They got some popcorn, got some little bit of bubbly they stole from Chris Jericho. So they put over Survivor Series. They talk about saying goodbye to the Undertaker at Survivor Series. Montez Ford's doing the whole freaking thing. He's like, oh, I'm the Undertaker. And then we hear, rest in peace. And we all thought the Undertaker was going to show up. And then we see Big E Langston appear with a sombrero on his head. I mean, they couldn't get him a freaking Undertaker hat. I mean, don't they sell that on WWEshop.com? Oh, wait, they don't. They should, but they couldn't get one from the prop department. Oh, we got to pay Pyro. Idiots. So, yeah, we had props. Bullshit. Anyway, they feel, Biggie and the Street Profits go at it. And Biggie said they feel like, the Street Profits say they feel like they're 2 days away. This is as of Friday. They're days away from knocking Kofi Kingston! Knocking his Jamaican accent back into him. Yup, just shut up! SOS! I can't even sing a stupid fucking theme song. That was funny, though. So Biggie puts over Kofi and Xavier. Talks about liking them to Renaissance artists. Like, I think they said Kofi's the Picasso or something like that. And I'm talking about how he won WrestleMania 35, the big one, beating Daniel Bryan for the WWE title. Then he says the most weirdest and I think stupidest thing I ever heard. He said that Xavier Woods is the most underrated superstar in WWE history. Really there, Biggie? Really? Xavier Woods is underrated? Your opinion? I personally don't think he is. You know, he's got a 632 show Smackdown, which you also subscribe to now. But underrated? I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You might have to X page that one. I don't know. If you know what I mean? X page about Xavier Woods being underrated. Or should I say X-rated? Because you know Xavier Woods is all about that X-rated action. But I digress. So Ford replies with some rhymes and says they'll end the New Day because all they do is win, win, win. And he says, we are the Street Pros. We are up and we want the smoke. Okay, so Big E says they got nothing to prove to him, but Kofi and Xavier Woods are here, and they can take it up with them. And then he goes, oh, people at home, don't you dare be sour. Clap for your, I didn't know this, but 10-time champs and feel the power. Sorry. Yeah, so that takes us to ringside, where the New Day come out, the Raw Tag Team Champions. And, yeah, so they were invited by an unknown person. So they get in the ring, they got mics. So Xavier says they don't even go here. We don't go here no more, but they've been invited, and figured why not check back into the Smackdown hotel one more time. Then he's talked about Fish carrying a barbed wire glass ceiling or something. I forgot what he said. I was like, okay. So they expressed disgust for something on Twitter. I don't know what that was about. Then they hyped the match with the Profits, and Kofi Kingston says they want the smoke, but not the fire. Then they mentioned the Undertaker, and then they try to do the Undertaker poses, you know, getting on his knee and posing like this, and then they lie on their backs and they try to sit up like the Undertaker, which I thought was weird, but okay, you know. I mean, where was Mark Callis when you needed him to kick their ass? But anyway, they do that crap. And then they get interrupted by everybody's favorite generic luchador. I'm sorry, Sami Zayn, the Intercontinental Champion, the man that steals orphans from Mexico. It's true. Ask Kevin Steen. So anyway, he comes out and says the only reason the Undertaker is calling this a final farewell is because he's afraid of him. Saying management is protecting the Undertaker from Sammy getting his revenge for what happened about a year or so ago in Madison Square Garden. We got chokeslammed. Then he talks about his match with Bobby Lashley at the Survivor Series, saying that management's going to protect him because he wears a nice suit. Blah, blah, blah. He's the nicest champion. Blah, blah, blah. Sammy says he's not going to hurt the New Day and gives him a chance to talk about his title. That was a bad idea. So Kofi's like, I don't know. I got really nothing to say about you. Good to say about you. And then Xavier Woods chimes in and talks about Sammy's outfit, kind of liking it to a recently divorced dad who made a successful down payment on a condo. And then the revolving door of people coming out and talking starts. So first up, we get Baron Snorbin Corbin, King Corbin, whatever you want to call him, the man that got dumped by Maria Brink. So he says, "This is my show. What are you doing here?" I said, "You shouldn't be here," and he demands them to leave. And then Dolph Ziggler, Ziggy, and Bobby Roode come out. Ziggy says he doesn't like Sami Zayn for some odd reason. Then he mocks the New Day. saying that him and Bobby Roode were screwed when the Street Profits and the New Day traded tag team titles. So Kofi says he and Xavier can defend their Raw tag team titles right now and stir a pot between all four of the other guys. So looks like we're gonna get a number one contenders match between Ziggy and Bobby Roode and Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn, with the winners getting a shot at the Raw Tag Team Champions. So looks like it's about to happen, and then Ziggy and Roode turn on the New Day, but then the Street Profits come out for the save. They run the heels off. Montez Ford hits a crazy looking dive as we go to break. And guess what we get next, player? An 8-man tag team match, player. A Teddy Long special. Yeah! That's great. All right. So I gave all of that from the Street Profits all the way until what we get from match number 1. I gave all of that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So, yeah. A long as fuck segment, and that's all I got to say about that. All right, big shout out to Julius the Jew in the chat, watching on. Thank you for watching. How you doing, Julius? How are you doing on this late Saturday night? Tell your friends to come in the chat, and we'll talk some Smackdown or whatever you want. So chat room is open, ladies and gentlemen. And that's pretty much it. But most of you people probably sleeping. But it is what it is. All right. After that, we get to the tag match. And all right, nothing great. Starts off with Montez Ford going berserk on, I believe it was on Ziggler, on Dolph Ziggler, Ziggy. Dawkins comes in, they double team Ziggy for a little bit. Ziggy comes back with a dropkick, tags in Bobby Roode, who hits him with a dropkick. Who comes in? Dawkins hits a dropkick, tags in Kofi Kingston, and then Bobby Roode starts hitting him with a back elbow and a dropkick. Kofi tags out to Xavier Woods, and they start beating up Xavier Woods a little bit. Corbin comes in to do some work. All this was happening. Sami Zayn's just standing there, like, yeah, like, that's great. You know, even when when Montez Ford was getting beat up after Woods came back with a choke slam into a sunset flip, tags on Montez Ford, who goes nuts, and then Kofi hits a double jump, twisting crossbody, but he accidentally hit Montez Ford. Oops! And then, Dawkins comes in. He's like, "What the hell did you do that for, man?" Anyway, so we get that, and then we come back from break. They're beating up on Montez Ford, and Sam is just standing there doing nothing. And then he's just standing there like an asshole, doing nothing. Strategery. So they're working on Montez Ford, but then he comes back with a jumping enziguri as both him and I believe it was Bobby Roode come down. Ford gets the hot tag to Kofi Kingston. He goes nuts. Hits the drop on Bobby Roode. Goes for Trouble in Paradise. Roode avoids it. Tries for the glorious DDT, but Kofi avoided it. Xavier Woods blind tags in. They start attacking Bobby Roode. Woods hits a gotcha swinging DDT off the ropes for a near fall. And then Xavier Woods backs up, and then Dawkins tags in with authority, smacking him on his back. So he starts beating up on Bobby Roode. going into his corner, and then Baron Corbin besides Xavier Woods. But then Dawkins runs wild for a little bit, hits the sky down on Bobby Roode, but Bobby Roode gets back up, hits a spine buster of his own. And then he tags in Sami Zayn, who's like, "Why did you tag me? I wasn't gonna do nothing in the match because I suck." He objects. Dawkins brings him in the hard way, plants her with the spine, with the lowdown, or whatever he calls that damn move, the spine buster. Then Montez Ford goes up top, and he hits the big, huge frog splash from the heavens. 1, 2, 3. The New Day and the Street Profits get the win. And match was so I give it 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Nothing great, just to hype up the Street Profits and the New Day match on tomorrow night, which should be I think it'll be an okay match. Nothing, probably won't be like maybe it might be great, might be good, but we'll see. And we'll see who the best tag team in WWE will be on Sunday. And that's it. So I think it might be the Street Profits. I think the New Day will pass the torch to them. But we'll see. But don't be surprised when we see Big E on tomorrow night. And see what he does. Does he turn heel? Or just does nothing and just proceeds to get buried on SmackDown. And that's that. So after that, the New Day and the Street Profits pose with their titles in the air, and that's it. So I gave the match, like I said, 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. All right, after that, we go to the back where we see Caleb Braxton and a new look, Daniel Bryan. Yes! With a ridiculous haircut that Sheamus must have gave him. I mean, because he didn't have spike hair like Sheamus does. But I mean, you know how Sheamus looked before that crappy rooster haircut? With the thing on and the shaved head on the side. That's what he looks like. Looks like Sheamus without the red hair. So we see Daniel as he's back from his 2-week beatdown that Jey Uso gave him. So he's with Kayla, and they're about to do an interview, and then he sees Sami Zayn walking in the back complaining to the referee about the loss. So then Sami gets pissed and thinks that Bryan is the better man. He demands respect. You respect the Intercontinental Champion. So Bryan says, "Fuck you, man." Pushes him down. And Sami's about to go back at him and he says, "If I didn't have a match at Survivor Series, I would kick your ass." Okay. So he leaves in a huff. And then Bryan explains he believes in social distancing because he had his mask on. I thought was hilarious. And then that leads us into a break. But guess what we get after that? We get another interview with Bryan. Why? So I gave that segment 2 out of 5. We go to break. We come back. Taylor and Bryan in that makeshift ring that they have in the back. And we see a video recap of Jey Uso beating him up 2 weeks ago. Putting him on a stretcher and then taking him off the stretcher, hitting the Uso splash in the ring, which didn't look good. So Bryan says he's seen Jey's interviews the last couple weeks and how Jey doesn't think it was personal. And he's like, well, I believe him. He says Jey is being influenced by the devil on his shoulder. He says everyone has an angel and a devil on each shoulder. And he says he's listening to his own devil after that attack. And he says that Jay needs to be concerned and still won't be personal after the match. And that was it. So basically, he's like saying, I'm going to kick Jey Uso's ass. That's it. So we'll see what happens with that match. The reason was the main event. Okay. So look at that. So I gave that a segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we move on from there. All right. Then we stay in the back. This time we get Adam Pearce, Mr. Goon himself, the top authority guy on both shows now. So maybe he's like the GM. I don't know. So he starts talking about, it's like getting out opportunities, and it's like you can right the wrongs of your career, and you can make a name for yourself, and this and that. So, anybody to take that final Smackdown men's team, it's you. Then we pan over and we see Otis. Oh yeah! So he's happy. So Otis is the final participant on the men's team, joining Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, and Seth Rollins on Team Smackdown. I really think they should have went with Big E, but that's just my opinion. And then Chad Gable comes in. He's like, "We did it! We did it! We used the power of Gable. What do you call it? Alpha, whatever it was." And he's like, now we got to get you ready for Survivor Series. So let's go do that. So they leave. I guess Otis and Gable are like a team. That Gable's gonna turn on him. So they're gonna have a feud later on. Nobody cares. And then Natalya shows up, saying, "Oh, you can give him an opportunity, but you can't give me. I'm the best of all time. You should give me a shot, Adam." Okay. So Adam's like, "Well, I already gave an opportunity to a deserving person, and that person is Bayley. Don't give me a hug." So she's the 4th participant on the SmackDown women's team. And he mentions that Natalya has a qualifying match to be the 5th person of Team SmackDown, and she will take on Tamina coming up next. Guess who wins that one? So we'll see if Bayley or Tamina can round off the women's team for SmackDown. So I gave all that 2 out of 5 stars. Didn't really care for that. And that's that. And we move on from there. And like I said, the chat room's still open if you want to come in, if you're still alive. Or in the back. Feels like we're watching TNA back in the day when they would do segment after segment after segment after segment after segment. Then we finally get to a match. That's what I feel like we're watching. We watch SmackDown once in a while. Here's what it is. So we stay in the back. We got Seth Rollins, the Messiah of SmackDown, talking about his match with Murphy, saying that when he first saw Murphy, he resurrected his career. I saw you as a nobody, a jobber, and then I gave you purpose. You were my disciple. I saw the good in you. And like everything that's good now is because of me, you getting with Aaliyah and blah, blah, blah. It's all because of the greater good. But he says, despite all that, Murphy stabbed him in the back, but Rollins will no longer suffer for his Murphy's mistakes. And he said Murphy will go back to being a nobody, a nothing after Rollins beats him. And that's that. So a little bit of hype for the match coming up in a little bit. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. All right. Then we get to match number 2. Survivor Series qualifying match, Natalya and Tamina. We had the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair on commentary, sitting next to Michael Cole for some odd reason. And then before the match starts, we get Bayley coming out. He's like, "Hi," and the referee's like, "What the fuck you doing here?" So Bayley sits next to Corey Graves, so we're gonna have Bayley and Bianca on commentary, and they go back and forth a little bit. Blah blah blah. I really didn't give two shits. Speaking of not giving two shits, I didn't give two shits of this match between Natalya and Tamina. Natalya wins with the sharpshooter, and Tamina taps like the jobber that she is. So a semi-squash match for Natalya. So Natalya is the final member of Team Smackdown, and I called it from the beginning, almost the beginning. I said that Bayley was someone going to get on the team, and then maybe Natalya, because that's all they have on the Smackdown team. I mean, Smackdown women's roster, besides Sasha. I mean, all you got is Bianca, Liv Morgan, Natalya, Tamina, and Ruby Riott. That's it. So I had to pick at least 3 out of the 5. Besides, I mean, Bianca was obvious. Bayley was obvious. Then you just had to fill in the other 3 slots. Even though with Bayley and Bayley, Bianca, and Natalya were obvious choices. They just had to fill. Like, oh, we're gonna put Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Tamina. Let's see. Who's the lesser of the jobbers? I guess we'll go with Ruby and Liv Morgan. Okay, we'll go with that. Keep Tamina far away. Put her back in catering. Just to suck even more because she hasn't done anything. All the time that Tamina's been in WWE, what the fuck has she done? Besides being AJ Lee's bodyguard for a little bit. How long did that last? And then what did she do after that? She was on Team Bad, I think it was Sasha Banks, Naomi, and her. How long did that last? What has Tamina done? Really? Besides being the daughter of the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, and being part Samoan. And you know what that means. I mean, she can't get released because Roman and The Rock are saying, no, you can't do that. And then Jimmy Snuka pissed off. And guess what? Tamina will probably go in the Hall of Fame. For what? I don't know. Because you know how the WWE Hall of Fame is a joke, right? They'll put any schmuck or bitch in that. Beth Phoenix. The Bella Sluts. Who really didn't do much in their career. The Bella Twins have been there for like, 10 years? They get put in the Hall of Fame. Okay. But, I mean, before, people more deserving than them, like Miss Elizabeth, who really should have been the first one in. Well, actually, we should have been Moolah, but even though I think Moolah was the first person in. But right after that, should have been Miss Elizabeth, then Wendy Richter, Leilani Kai, the cycle continues. The Jumping Bomb Angels, then Trish, then Lita, then Molly Holly. But they fucked it up. They fucked it up by putting Beth Phoenix in. Then they waited for Chyna to get in. When Chyna should have been in way before. I mean, even when she died the same year. But did they do that? No, because I still had gripes about her doing porn. They don't put her in. Why? They didn't put her in? Guess they put in Beth fucking Phoenix before her. Just year before her. Stupid. They fucked up the Women's Hall of Fame. They fucked it up. Should have been Moolah, then Miss Elizabeth. 1, 2. And then Wendy Richter at number 3. Then maybe Mae Young after that. And then you start thinking about Trish, Lita, Miss Jacqueline, Molly Holly, Then you start going back a little bit. You might go back to the 80s. Alundra Blaze, okay. Sunny, okay. Then maybe put the Jumping Bomb Angels in there. Leilani Kai, Bull Nakano. And then you go, then you put in Gail Kim. You put in Melina, where we should go in. Victoria, Tara, or whatever you want to call her. Victoria. Maybe I would say Candice Michelle, but then you can put in maybe like China there as well. Put her China in. Then you start maybe thinking about the people of years before, like the Bella Sluts and Beth fucking Phoenix. They didn't do it. And then now what they're gonna do later? I don't even know what they're gonna do later. They'll probably put Stephanie in next year. They're gonna do it because she's a McMahon. Oh, I gotta put in my daughter. Then I gotta put in my son-in-law. Triple H is gonna get in. I don't know when. Maybe the next 3 to 5 years. I'll be okay with that. I'll be okay with Triple H in the next couple of years. But I would put Taker in next year. I mean, really, Taker's done. I mean, after Survivor Series, we probably won't see him unless he does a match at WrestleMania where we thought was going to be Bray Wyatt. That may or may not happen now. Taker says he's done. I'm not wrestling no more. Yeah, right. Nobody ever retires from wrestling. Nobody. Ask Ric Flair that one. Ask Shawn Michaels. And you can even ask Ric Flair. And I'll go so far as say, Terry Funk! But Terry knew when it was time to go. He stopped at 83, I think. Guy's still alive. God bless Terry Funk. God bless the guy. He had a great career. Terry Funk had a great career. Fucking deathmatch king. Next to Foley. And Onita. Oh, God, Onita. Oh, God. Onita's a fucking sick fuck. All those guys in Japan are sick fucks. Back in All Japan and FMW. I really wish FMW was around still. I really wish. But we don't see that much fucking hardcore stuff in Japan anymore. I think the hardcore stuff is dead now in Japan. I think. I don't know because I haven't seen any new stuff from Japan lately. Now the United States is the king of deathmatches. If you follow H2O in New Jersey with what was I think it still is. I don't know if he still runs it, but I think it's Matt Tremont and Stockade run that. They got a lot of good stuff in H2O. Stockade's there. Tremont had his last official match. They got Jimmy Lloyd, who was a fucking sick fuck. Got a couple other guys there that are sick fucks. You still got Nick fucking Gage, Mr. MDK himself, still kicking ass in the deathmatch scene. Hardcore wrestling's still there, still alive in America. But you gotta really go to basically New Jersey, which is basically New Jersey and Philadelphia, the home of deathmatches. You think CCW, which is I don't know what the fuck happened to CCW. I think it just stopped. I think DJ Hyde just said, "Forget it, I'm done." with this fucking virus, killed CCW. We haven't had a CCW show since, I think, March. And I don't know if CCW is even going to come back. What a great run CCW had from 2001 all the way up to now. But, the last couple of years, CCW hasn't really been like the CCW of old with Homicide and DJ Hyde and John Moxley and Matt Tremont and all the deathmatch kings in that fucking federation. Zandig, Lobo, and even the crazy bastard himself, New Jack, was there. And we all remember the CCW Ring of Honor Cage of Death match. I think it was in 2005, 2006. Oh boy, that was sick, with Samoa Joe and Homicide going at it in the cage. The what's his name? The Necro Butcher, and I think Chris Hero's in that too. I mean, go look it up. Go look. I mean, it's a awesome match. CCW was like ECW back in the early '90s. Like ripped ECW off a lot, but but sucks we're not getting Cage of Death this year. And I know a lot of people are pissed off about that. A lot. I know my good buddy Malguli, my good buddy the Ghoulie, is pissed off. I'm pissed off. I want to see Cage of Death. When December comes, like, yeah, Cage of Death, final battle, yes. We're not having not gonna have Cage of Death this year, which pisses me off. Fuck this virus, man. Fuck this virus. But at least we get final battle, so I'm a little bit happy. Now that Ring of Honor is back, kicking some fucking ass. At least we get final battle. I'll be happy. I'm happy. I mean, December's going to be a big month anyway. We got War Games on December the 6th. Then final battle, I think, December the 11th, I think it is. Live on pay-per-view. On the Fight Network. And then I think it's that either that Sunday or the Sunday after. I think it's December the 20th. It's TLC, which nobody's going to watch. Except for dick writers like JD, and other WWE dick writers. But it is what it is. That's it. So at least December, we get final battle. I'm happy. That's probably, besides War Games and final battle, that's all I'm watching in December. That's all I'm watching. And maybe the Super J Cup in New Japan when that starts up. That's awesome. I can't wait for that. That's going to be big with ACH and TJ Perkins and TJP and El Phantasmo and all those other supers. And then I think Ishimori's in it. I'm not sure. I don't think that Himuro Takahashi's in there. I don't think he should be, but I think it's like there's some free agents. There's a guy from Ring of Honor in there. I forgot his name. But the Super J Cup is going to be awesome and coming up in a couple weeks. It'll be fucking amazing. I'm going to love it. That's it. And that's going to be the end of the year for New Japan. Then we get ready for Wrestle Kingdom 15, Night 1 and 2, January 4th and 5th. And January 6th is New Year's Dash. So 3 big dates in the start 2021 for New Japan. And then we got Hard to Kill from TNA in late January. They got the Royal Rumble, of course. So 2021 is going to come in with a good old-fashioned Gilmore Cutter bang. So we'll see. That's it. All right, enough about that shit. So let's hop on to Smackdown. Whoop-de-damn fucking do. It's like that match is gonna suck anyway. It's gonna suck major fucking donkey cock. Yeah, donkey cock. And you know who's gonna win it, right? Team Raw is gonna win because of that woman named Lana. Mark it down. Lana will help Team Raw win match, but then she'll get put to a table anyway for the 10th time, all because she won. And she'll get her moment. Yeah, I'm great. I did it. I'm special. I know I can do it. But then I get put to a table for the 10th time. And she starts her little thing with Nia Jax, and then she'll get, she'll get her revenge and everything. Even though Nia Jax should be thrown out of wrestling. She'll probably injure Lana. Think about that. She will probably injure Lana. Not that she's lucky she hasn't done it already those 9 times she put Lana through the table. I mean, she injured freaking Mandy Rose. Even though it was kind of Mandy's fault, but still. Nia Jax is a horrible fucking wrestler. Almost as bad as fucking Brie Bella, the Botchamania queen herself. It is what it is. Nia Jax should be thrown out of wrestling. I mean, if I was AEW or any other company, I would not even think about picking her up. But she'll probably land in like something like Impact and suck. Yeah, Jordan Grace whip her ass. That's it. She went to AEW, she'll get her ass handed to her too. By Nyla Rose, of all people, probably. Or maybe Hikaru Shida. Yo, I would love Britt Baker to fuck her up. Sorry, Britt Baker, DMD, baby. Nia Jax should be freaking excommunicated from the wrestling world. Or just excommunicated. Or, sorry. Well, what should I say? How can I put this? Instead of excommunicated, how about beheaded? Get her out. Get her off my TV. Get her out of wrestling. She sucks. And to quote Scott Steiner, well, not like he said it, but she's fat. Fuck. But they're gonna put her in the Hall of Fame. Oh, you just wait and see. They're gonna put that. Anyway, so let's move on. So after Natalya wins, Bayley gets in the ring and starts celebrating with Natalya, and then Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott, who came down, they head in, and then Bianca Belair gets in the ring. They're all in the ring, and Bayley's like, "Come on, team, let's pose." Yeah, that ends that crap. So that's it. After that, so like I said, I gave that match a fucking dud because it fucking sucked. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, after that, we get a video recap of Drew McIntyre coming to SmackDown last week and interacting with Roman Reigns, and before he beat Randy Orton for the WWE title, which we saw after that. So about to set up for the contract signing. So Drew comes out first, as because he's the guest. So Drew McIntyre comes out, sits in the chair as Adam Pearce is there to officiate as usual. So Roman comes out, but he takes his sweet ass time to come out. Then he finally comes out with, "My name is Paul Heyman." Comes out. He's take this sweet time, get into the ring. I'm like, we got 2 hours. Wait, what? Undertaker got to take 50 minutes to get to the fucking ring? Not that this the Undertaker, like he's the fucking legend. I mean, he get 5 hours for him to get to the ring, and he'll still kick ass. It's worth it. Roman taking 35 minutes. I mean, come on, we got 2 hours here. Vince is probably having a fucking heart attack about, Roman, can you get to the ring? I gotta pay these bills. Anyway, so Roman comes out. Then he sits at the head of the table because he is the tribal chief. We have to respect the man. So we don't get any live microphones. So we get live, in the ring mics, in ring mics, which is I thought was a nice touch. So Pierce gets things going. He's like, you know why you're here? We're gonna make this official. Blah 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 blah. So Roman starts talking. He says he knew Drew could beat Randy Orton. Paul, not so much. Oh, I don't care about Paul. He says, I've been in your shoes. I already learned all those lessons. Calls Drew the right guy in the right place at the wrong time. So Drew says Roman won't get into his head and make him mad and pissed off. He's already got the match. And we could talk about a lot of things, but I'd rather get to the point. I won the belt, not for you, Roman, but for myself. And we're going to make the match official. And I'm going to sign the contract. So he signs the contract, gives it to Roman, and then he's holding the contract. You're not getting this. So Roman then speaks, and he takes a long time to speak because he had a lot of stuff to say. Before he lets Drew lets Roman talk, he says, "If I could give you some advice, please underestimate me." Okay. So Roman kind of takes offense to that and says, "The special counsel advises the tribal chief. This is my show, my WWE, my universe. But I'm going to teach you one last lesson, Drew, on Sunday. You're not going to like it, but you're going to understand the brutal truth. That the reality is that you're a secondary title holder. You're holding a prop. You're a stand-in who's holding the belt. They give people when I'm busy, when Roman's busy." Okay. He says, "Everybody knows who I am, but I'm going to remind you one more time. Anyway, I'm the champion, the face of the company, the head of the table, and one day, years from now, Drew will have the chance to be the man, the face of the company, and he'll look back and thank Roman. He's going to look in the mirror and see the man he wanted to be, and he'll think about moments like this and thank Roman for the lessons learned along the way." So Roman signs the contract, though I didn't really see him sign it. Like he had a pen. Paul took the pen away, threw it somewhere. Because WWE doesn't have good pens. No company has good pens. Can we get some good pens here? So he takes the other pen. He's about to sign it. He tells Drew he'll always be his favorite number 2. So supposedly he signed, though we didn't really see him sign it. And then he leaves, really embarrassing and humiliating Drew. So he walks out with Paul all the way to the back. Drew gets up, pissed off, puts the belt over his shoulder, and starts jabbing at Roman. And that ends the segment. So that was actually the part of Smackdown tonight, or last night. That was it. That was the best segment of the night. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. Roman, Drew. Kind of a toss-up who might win that. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say this tomorrow in my predictions, but I'll give you a spoiler. But I think Roman's gonna win. I just feel that he is the head of the table. He's gonna get whatever the hell he wants. He's gonna beat the crap out of Drew. And I think Roman's gonna win and give SmackDown that final win they need to beat Monday Night Raw. And that's it. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night in that match. Should be pretty decent. I think it's gonna be hard hitting. Don't think it's gonna be like 4 or 5 star quality, but we'll see. That's it. and we move on from there. All right, let me just see my time. No. All right, then we get to match number 3. The Messiah, Seth Rollins, taking on Murphy, comes out with Studio, and he comes out with Dominic, and he comes out with his girlfriend Aaliyah. Where the hell was Angie? I mean, she's in the back cooking with Titus O'Neil and catering. What? I mean, come on. Angie deserves some time. Come on. Just saying. Angie needs some more TV time. Give her some more TV time. That's it. So match happens, and it was an okay match. Murphy is about to get in the ring, and Seth punches him off the apron. And then, the Mysterios come in, and they're like, Are you okay, Murphy? And Murphy's like, I got this. I'm going to kick his ass. So they get in the ring. Murphy misses the V trigger. Rollins rolls out of the ring, drags Murphy out, throws him into the barricade. Then he sends Murphy into the ring post, tosses him back in the ring, starts talking trash to the Mysterios, and continues beating Murphy down for a while. Then he ties Murphy up in the ropes. Rollins goes over to get a kendo stick, but the referee's like, no! Does his best Fala Ba impersonation. Fala Ba impersonation. Waits from him, but eats a punch. Dominic tries to get involved, beats the crap out of him. Murphy gets free, and Aaliyah just stands looking pretty. Get back in the ring. Murphy gets shoved off the top rope all the way to the barricade. Ow. And then we see Aaliyah trying to motivate her boyfriend. Come on, Murphy. Come on. You can bang me in the ass later if you do it for me. Come on, do it. I'm 19. I can do it. So Rollins gives her a menacing look as we head to break. Come back. Rollins is still in control. But Murphy catches him on the ropes. Almost super kicks his face off. Rollins with a back kick, then a sling blade for a near fall. Then he brings Murphy in the corner, hits the 10 punches of doom. And continues trash talk to Mysterios, which costs him as Murphy slips free and super kicks the knee. He avoids a charge in the corner, sending Rollins out of the ring. Hits a suicide dive. Then a kick. Then he hits a kick on the apron, but Rollins catches him on the top rope, hits the top rope superplex, floats over into the Falcon Arrow, the cataclysm, whatever the fuck he calls that shit. Then he get back on the apron. Rollins wants a suplex. I guess outside the back and forth when Rollins couldn't get the move. Murphy hits a knee. Then another one that drops Rollins, but a rope break saved Murphy from the pinfall. Then Rollins with some more trash talk, looks for the buckle bomb, hits it, goes for the stomp, but Murphy hits him with the knee, avoids another stomp, hits another knee, and then he hits Murphy's Law. 1, 2, 3. Murphy pins Rollins. And continues Rollins' downward spiral. So Murphy gets the win. He gets his revenge on his mentor. Well, not his mentor. You know what I mean. The Messiah. So he gets the win. And it was a pretty okay match. The finish was okay. Kind of rushed, but it was okay. So they get the win. He gets the win. Match gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, the Mysterios come in. They celebrate with Murphy. And right after that, they're like, well, get them out of here. We got to get the boss. Sasha Banks, her music hits. She comes out with the Smackdown women's title, dancing and looking hot. So she comes out as we go to break. We come back. We have my first wife, the lady, Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka. But you know who it is. You know who is. So Asuka makes her way to the ring. We get Mitchell Cole in the ring for some odd reason. Getting in between these two hot ladies. So he talks about the bitter rivalry. And they go back and forth. blah blah blah. Like Sasha's like, I'm the best of the best, and Asuka's making weird jokes. So Cole asks Sasha about saying that Sasha beat. No, actually, he said that Sasha beat Asuka for the Raw Women's title, and she's like, "Yes, I did." And then Asuka's like, "Oh, you did it." And then Cole's like, "Oh, but Asuka won it back from you at SummerSlam." And then Asuka's like, "Oh, you did it. No, you asked me to call somebody." They go back and forth. And Sasha's like, Cole, don't you know what time it is? And Cole's like, it's boss time. So puts over Asuka. And then Asuka interrupts in Japanese. And Sasha's like, I'm the best of the best because I'm the blueprint. I'm the standard. I'm this and that. I'm Sasha freaking Banks. Then Asuka's like, and she's like, you can't see me. Ha ha ha. And Sasha's like, okay, that's it. No more jokes. She kicks off her shoes. They're probably like $1,000. Says, you want to joke? We're gonna do this right now. I'm gonna beat your ass. So Asuka's like, okay, let me get serious now. Nobody is ready for Asuka. And then they're about ready to go at it. And then Carmella chop blocks Sasha from behind. And she beats the living bejesus out of Sasha. Asuka's like, fuck her. Watches Carmella put Sasha in the tree of whoa. And she's saying, boss time is over. Then she hits a super kick. And Asuka's not impressed. She does not give two shits about the beatdown. So basically, she doesn't give two shits about Carmella either. This was, it was what it was, ladies and gentlemen. It was what it was. I mean, why are you giving Asuka stupid fucking catchphrases? I mean, really? I mean, I love Asuka, but what the fuck is she doing? I mean, dancing, I'm okay with. She's a great dancer and everything. But, nobody is ready for Asuka. You can't handle this. Blah, blah. I'm like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be the Empress of Tomorrow. You're supposed to be this fucking badass, Japanese chick. I mean, where's the Asuka from NXT? Where's that Asuka? The Asuka I see now is a fucking joke. Sorry, I had to spit my food out. It is what it is. I mean, where is the Asuka from old? From NXT that held the NXT title for 500 and some odd days, was undefeated for 950 days before that bitch Charlotte beat her at WrestleMania 33. Or was it 34? Now where's that Asuka? Now she's turning into a fucking joke. Because Vince is probably feeding her lines. They're ruining her. They are fucking ruining her. She needs to go back to becoming the badass Asuka again. I mean, even before that, put her, make her what she was in Japan as Kana. She was kicking everybody's fucking ass in Japan. I mean, we need that person back. We need that Asuka back, the one from NXT that was undefeated, but for like almost 2 years. Well, over 2 years. Almost getting close to 2.5 years. Nobody could beat her. And then they had to get Ric Flair's daughter to beat her, which really shouldn't have happened. But I digress. I mean, like I said, they're making Asuka look like shit right now. But it kind of served a purpose. Asuka and Sasha going one-on-one at the Survivor Series. I think Asuka's gonna win. I think Carmella's gonna attack Sasha again. Continue this stupid storyline all the way to TLC. It'll probably have like maybe a chairs match or maybe a TLC match. I personally don't care because they're gonna give the belt to Carmella. Carmella's gonna suck as champion because she sucked as champion before. I think the 2 times she held it, sucked as champion. And then she had a meaningless feud with Asuka. Then you had a stupid idiot Ellsworthless come in, which was fucking horrible. Should have gave the belt back to Asuka right there. In that ladder match they had, I think it was. Should have gave it back to Asuka, not have Ellsworthless fucking ruin it. It is what it is. But we'll see what happens on Sunday between Asuka and Sasha. And like I said, I think Asuka's gonna get the victory because of Carmella. Carmella's probably gonna come in and fuck it up. And that's that. And all right, so I gave that 1.5 out of 5 stars. It just was. I thought it was gonna be good, but then it just turned. The Asuka's catchphrases pissed me off. So that's that. All right, then we go to the back. Thankfully, promo, and then Kato's tries to get his thoughts about the match with Daniel Bryan coming up. He says he can't speak. He can speak. He said he's gonna finish what he started. He objects to the notion he's being controlled. He did everything he did because he wanted to, and the only devil he hears is the one in his head telling him to go do it again. Do it again, Oos. Do it again. He can't do it. Well, that was basically it. Says I got a devil on my shoulder telling me to do it again. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna beat your ass, Daniel. Do it again. I'm gonna do it again, Oos. I'm gonna do it again. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Oos? I'm gonna do it again. Okay. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. And that's it. All right, then we get to the main event. Daniel Bryan and Jey Uso. Wasn't like their first match, but still a mediocre match. They go at the start. Bryan takes over with some kicks, locks in a modified Regal stretch, and Bryan's chopping at Jey Uso's feet for some odd reason. Jey comes back, lands a right hand to the throat to take over. Then they go out of the ring. Bryan gets slammed into the ring steps. And then Jey starts dismantling the announce table. Should have hit Michael Cole first, but it is what it is. So he does that. But it lets Bryan get back on the offense. They get back in the ring. Bryan hits a drop kick from the top rope. Then he continues to beat down. Jey hangs in the corner. Jey comes back with a back body drop attempt, but gets tossed out of the ring. Bryan hits a suicide dive, which I still think he should not do that anymore because of his neck. One bad move, he's paraplegic for life. Or another concussion that we don't need from him, especially him. Anyway, so he does that. He hits the suicide dive. Then he continues to beat down on the outside, but Jey hits it with a back body drop through the table as we go to break. So no disqualification there. Okay. We go to break and come back. He's beating the crap out of Bryan and focusing on the lower back. And he's like trash talking Bryan. He's like, this is personal. Hits a slam. Then hits a backbreaker. Bryan fights up to his feet using the ropes. Lays into Jey with some right hands. Heads to the top rope, but Jey cuts him off. Both men on the top. Jey hits a superplex for a near fall. Goes to a Samoan drop. Bryan counts into a crucifix pin for a near fall. Then he locks in the yes lock. Jey escapes by rolling through, lands some elbows and knees to the kidneys. Jey goes to the top rope. Bryan crotches him, heads up for a super belly-to-belly suplex. Bryan's all fired up. Like, yeah, I'm getting fired up, dude. Hulk it up, brother. Hits the yes kicks, and then he finally hits the final kick, the roundhouse buzzsaw kick, but that gets only near fall. Bryan then, with some stomps, sets up for the knee plus, but runs into a super kick, and then another super kick from Jay. Then another super kick. After that's 3 super kicks in a row. Then he goes up top, looking to end it with the Uso splash. Gets countered by Bryan as he has his knees up. Then he locks him in a 1925 inside cradle. 1, 2, 3. Daniel Bryan gets his revenge and gets the win. Match was all right. 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that was that. And then afterwards, Bryan gets on the ropes and poses, doing the yes, yes, yes. And that ends SmackDown. And that was it. So SmackDown was what it was. It wasn't great. So I gave it a subpar 6 out of 10 stars. I might be overrating it. I don't care. It's my show. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And that's that. So yeah. So that ends SmackDown. And we're going to see what happens at the Survivor Series tomorrow night. Not looking forward to it that much. I think it's going to suck. I think some of the matches are going to suck, especially that women's match. That's going to suck. Sami Zayn and Bobby Lashley. It's probably going to be boring. Street Profits and the New Day could be decent. I think it might be pretty good. What else is on the show? The men's Survivor Series team match could be decent. I think team. I don't know. I think Team Raw might win that, but I'm picking Team SmackDown. But I think Team Raw will win that. But we'll see. And then we got Roman versus Drew, which I think will be hard hitting. Could be. I don't think it's gonna be great, but it's gonna end the night. I think is there another match on the card? I don't think so. I think that's it. I think it's only 5 or 6 matches. I'm not gonna look it up, but I think it's 5 or 6 matches. Maybe there'll be a match on the pre-show that nobody will give 2 shits about. And that's that. As I think the show starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. It'll probably go to about 9:30, maybe close to 10 o'clock. I don't think it's gonna go 4 hours, even though it's a big pay-per-view. But the last couple of pay-per-views have been about almost 3 hours. So I think it's gonna be like 2.5, maybe 2 hours and 45 minutes. So it'll probably end before 10 o'clock tomorrow. And like I said, probably not gonna be a great pay-per-view. Even though it's, one of the big 4 Survivor Series hasn't been good in years. So I mean, last year was all right with with NXT. That was a good Survivor Series, even though NXT whipped Raw SmackDown's ass. Thanks to Adam Cole, baby. That's that. So last year was okay. Last year was good. Years before that was mediocre at best. And like I said, this year's probably gonna suck. But you never know with WWE. You can pull a rabbit out of the hat and make it, and this will be a great pay-per-view. I don't think so. TLC is gonna suck too. So all we got to hope for is a Royal Rumble at the end of January 2021. As we start the road to WrestleMania 37. Coming up either at the end of March or middle of April. We still don't know when it's going to be. And that's that. So that ends my review. Thank you all for watching. Once again, 6 out of 10 stars for SmackDown. Was what it was. And we'll see what happens tomorrow night at the Survivor Series. And that's it. Then we start the new week. We start the new week with Monday Night Raw, the aftermath of the Survivor Series for the Raw side. And then this coming Friday night, SmackDown. I don't know if it's going to be live because it's Thanksgiving weekend. So I think it's going to be taped probably on Tuesday. Because, they got to get that done before, and everybody's got to go wherever they got to go to celebrate Thanksgiving. So next week's SmackDown is going to be live from the from the Thunderdome, the December 4th edition of SmackDown, the final SmackDown inside the Thunderdome in the Amory Center. Because like I said, the December 11th show is going to be at the at Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay. So we got two more SmackDowns at the Amory Center, and then we'll be in Tropicana Field. We got 3 more editions of Raw before they go to Tropicana Field on December the 14th, excuse me. And then we'll have Raw and SmackDown at Tropicana Field for the next 3, maybe 4 months, up until probably after WrestleMania. And then after that, I don't know where they're going. We'll have to see in the next couple months. We'll see. Depending on this fucking virus, of course. Hopefully they can go back to going different places. Maybe they can go to England. Maybe they'll do a Saudi Arabia show next year, depending on the travel restrictions and all that other shit. But maybe fans will start coming back little by little, especially for the Royal Rumble and maybe for WrestleMania at Raymond J Stadium. We'll see. If they're not going to get a lot of fans, but they'll probably get 10, maybe 25,000. Who knows? Maybe less than that at this rate. But, I mean, there'll be fans, maybe 10 to maybe 20% capacity at most by WrestleMania time next year. But we'll see. All right, so that's it. So thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you to Julius the Jew for chiming in. And to anybody else that watched, thank you for watching. Make sure you smash that like button to death. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels as well. And share the video all over the internet. And friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. Twitter link down below in the comments, in the description box. And don't forget to tap that bell. Get notified when I do my live videos or any videos I do. So get notified so you don't miss a beat. If you miss out, you're missing a lot. And that's all I got to say about that. So that's it. So thank you all for watching. Once again, 6 out of 10 stars for SmackDown. And we'll see what happens tomorrow night at the Survivor Series. And tomorrow, probably in the morning or the early afternoon, I'll do my Survivor Series predictions on TGC 183. So check that out. And then tomorrow night, after the Survivor Series ends, by around maybe 11, maybe 12 o'clock, I'll do my Survivor Series review. And that'll be it for a Sunday night of wrestling. And that's it. We also got football tomorrow. Giants not on. The Niners are not on. Thank God. They need a bye week in the worst way. But they're going to get Mostert back. We're going to get Debo back. A couple other guys back from injury. They play the Rams next Sunday. That's going to be a fucking horror game. I don't like the chances for the Niners in Los Angeles next Sunday, which is going to be a 4 o'clock game. Hopefully it's on Fox, which, the Niners and the fucking Saints should have been on Fox in New York City and New Jersey. But was it? No. What did they put on? The Bears and what was it? The Bears and the Titans or something like that? They put the Bears on. Ugh. Really? Niners, Saints ain't a game of the week? You don't put that in the New York area as your game of the week on, everywhere in the United States and in the world. You don't put that on as a game of the week. You put the fucking Bears. They don't put Rams and the Niners on Fox as a game of the week or flex it to Sunday Night Football. I'm going to be fucking pissed. And I know the Niners got a Monday night game the week after against the Bills in Buffalo. That's going to be another hard game. The next 6 games are going to be hard for the Niners. And they're 4-6 right now. Yeah. Playoffs? I'm hoping, but you never know. And if they do make the playoffs, they'll probably be one and done. That's if Jimmy G comes back and maybe be the savior of the playoffs for the Niners. But you know, they gotta get past the fucking Packers. They gotta get past the fucking Saints. They gotta get past the Buccaneers. That's basically it, because whoever wins the NFC East will be one and done. It could be the New York Giants for all we know. I don't care who wins that. It was the Eagles or the Giants. Gonna be one and done. Goodbye. That's it. But maybe the Niners could sneak in as maybe a number 7 seed. Well, because they gotta hope the Rams and Arizona pass out, or just cancel each other out. I mean, the 2 games back of them gonna be really tough, especially. So I don't know if they could get in at 8-8 or 9-7. So they may or may not make the playoffs, and it's gonna suck. But if they don't make it this year, you can't really blame Jimmy G for it, even though he sucked this year. You can't really blame the virus. Just fucking the Niners got cursed this year in their revenge tour. So now we gotta hope that 2021, the revenge of the revenge tour, hits, and will Jimmy G come back? I don't know. Shanahan said he's his quarterback. He's coming back next year. I don't know. So hopefully next year will be better than this fucking year. But if they make the playoffs, great. If they don't, it sucks. But we know one thing: the New York Jets won't be in. Get ready for the number 1 pick for all you Jet fans out there. You're going to get Trevor Lawrence as the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. And he's going to save the Jets? No. You thought Sam Darnold was going to save the Jets? No, he sucks. And get ready for 0-10 next week, tomorrow, as they play the Los Angeles Chargers tomorrow at 4:00 on Channel 2. So get ready for 0-10 on the road to 0-16. Again. Well, actually, I think they were 0-16 with Coach Kotite, I think. But I don't know. They're going 0-16. There was no chance. I mean, they should have won last week. Who did they play last week? They played the Patriots last week, and they had the Patriots on the ropes, and they in the last minutes of that game gave the Patriots the win on that field goal. Jets had it they had that first win in the bag, and they fucked it up. So the next 5-6 games, I think they get a bye week. Or did they have the bye week? I think they had the bye week already. Well, if not, they get it, I think, week 13. But the next few games for the Jets, they got the Bills at the end of the year. I think they're done with the Patriots. They're done with the Dolphins. I know that. Got some other teams they're gonna face. I have my book right here. I'm not gonna look at it. But welcome to a winless season for the New York Jets and the number 1 pick. Like I said, it's gonna be Trevor Lawrence from Clemson coming in next year to hopefully save the Jets. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. And you think Joe Flacco is going to save the Jets? Jets are garbage. The Jets are garbage. And I'm one of my favorite teams, but they suck. That's why I like the Niners more. I fucking like the Niners more than the fucking Jets right now. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So fuck the Jets. They're going to go 0-16. Hopefully the Niners can make the playoffs as either 8-8 or maybe 9-7, or they can run the table, go 10-6. They still got the Rams. I think they got another game against the Cardinals coming up. I I think it's in Arizona or it's in San Fran. I'm not sure. And they got the Seahawks at the end of the year in San Fran. That could be a pivotal game. I don't know. Who knows? Seattle's not that great right now. They're struggling. Arizona struggled, even though they got the win last week. I don't know. They were losing, and then whoever they're playing let them off the hook. So, and the Rams won last week. So there's I think a 3-way tie for first in the NFC West with the Niners 2.5 games back. So anything can happen. I'm hoping all 3 of those teams fucking get dismantled. And then the Niners can go on a 6-game winning streak and possibly win that division at 10-6. But we'll see. Make the playoffs as maybe probably a number 3 seed. But we'll see. Never know. That's that. All right, let's end this fucking video already. This is 3:30 in the morning. I think it's time for. Even though I'm wired right now, I could probably stay up for another hour or so. But time to go to sleep for you fucktards out there. All right, my good buddy Scott Casey Gale in the chat. What's up, Scott? How you doing? Did you ever watch the Fox series 24? Yes. Yes, I did. Not a bad show. Not my favorite show, but that was that. David Palmer was the best president on 24. Like I said, I didn't watch most of it, but it is what it is. That's that. All right, final comment. Michael Rappaport said he's going to hog-tie Donald Trump out of office on January the 20th, 2021. Good luck trying that. Good luck with that. Get your ass handed to you by the Secret Service. Get your ass out of the White House. Yeah, but Trump's losing a battle he can't win. I still don't understand. I mean, I like the guy, but and there was this fucking election is what it was. Voter fraud. Biden rigged the fucking election, but what can you do? He won Georgia, he won Nevada, he won Arizona. Whoop-de-damn, fucking do. So, we got to deal with Biden. We got to deal with Kamala Harris as the first woman vice president. We got to deal with it. Like Ric Flair said, we got to learn to love it and deal with it. So we got to deal with it for the next 4 fucking years. Biden's 76 years old now. I think he had a birthday, yesterday, whatever it was. So, by the time he's out, he's going to be around about 80. And who knows if he's going to live to see the end of his presidency. And then Trump might run again in 2024. Then we got to get this circus again in 2024. We'll probably have another fucking virus if this fucking virus continues all the way to 2024. Hopefully not. But then, this could, if this fucking virus can end next year, and then in 2024 we have something way fucking deadly than this fucking virus that kills everybody, except for the youngins out there. People like me, who knows? But I'm gonna live forever. I'm immortal. That's what I'm going to say about that. Virus ain't going to get me. Hopefully it doesn't get you. But if it does, well, I hope you get better. That's all I got to say about that. So. And hope it doesn't get who either. And anyone else in my extended family. Or anybody else? Anyone on my friends on YouTube or on Facebook? I know one of my good friends just got it, so hopefully he gets better in the next couple weeks. But hopefully nobody I know here on YouTube or on Facebook or Twitter gets it. Stay healthy, wear your fucking mask, wash your damn hands, social distance, do what you gotta do, man. And hopefully we can get this fucking virus under control and wipe it off the face of this fucking planet. We did it with SARS. We did it with the bird flu. We did it with the what else? With Ebola. We can get through this, and we'll get through it. You just gotta do what you fucking gotta do. But if you're gonna act like a fucking dumbass, not wear your mask everywhere you go, not social distance, being complete jackass. And if you get the virus, and you're like, I'm sick, I'm on a ventilator. I should have listened to Dr. Fauci. Yeah, you should have listened to him. But now you got it, and you're closer to death. And you fucking deserve it because you didn't listen. So, fuck you, and yeah, fuck you. Don't listen, fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that. That's it. Fuck this virus. And anybody doesn't follow the rules, fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. I'm going to edit this video up. I'm gonna maybe have a late night snack or a late night drink, and that's it. I'm gonna enjoy my Sunday. Watch a little bit of football because I got nothing else to watch until the Survivor Series goes on the air, and that's it. Can enjoy my 4 days off of work. Go back in on Thanksgiving, which sucks. I gotta go in late that day too, which fucking sucks. So probably gonna have to celebrate Thanksgiving with my family and on Wednesday or next Sunday. So I don't know because I gotta work the entire weekend, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, then Saturday. Same fucking time, same fucking schedule as I worked this week. Fucking sucks. It is what it is. That's it. But I'm making the money you wish you fucking had. That's it. Time and a half on Thursday. So that's all I gotta say. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Peter Goodwin signing off on this late Saturday night. So thank you for watching, everybody. See ya. Peace, bitches.